Well, hello everyone. Thank you for joining me again on another episode of Mark on Comics. I really appreciate that you're spending time with me on your time off. So, um, I've got for you something new today. So, we'll get into it after you listen to this quick message from me. So, thank you. We'll be back in a moment. Well, hello everyone. I'm only going to take a moment of your time. I just want to ask you to please hit the like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you like what you see and want to see more from me. So please do that for me, and we will now go back to the video. Thank you. Okay, thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming back. So what I've got for you today, there's been a lot of controversy on 9/9s and 10s being in the market. So what I've got a list of books uh, to track. So right now, I'm sorry, they're all Marvel, and I've only got a handful because it does take a lot of time to get all this information together. So we're going to get into it, and I'll talk to you along the way about what's going on. Now, in order to get all this, I've got my computer, and so got to put on the spectacles. I can see really great, except for close up. So here we go. Got myself no kidding. So what I've got for you in this list is, first of all, I'm tracking now, so I will let you know. First, going with New Mutants 98. So New Mutants 98 for CGC. When I first looked at this was on June 11th. They had 1 10.0 and 12 9.9s. They also had 4,396 9/8, 6,736 9/6s, and so on. Um, the last I just checked was the 22nd of June, and they have not added any new 10s or new 9.9s. They also have not added any new signature series books. So they still, well, actually, I see they did have one signature series 9/9, so they have a total of 13 9/9s. But they haven't had any new 9/9s or 10s since at least June 11th. So what they have added for June 22nd, they have 2 new 9.8s. These are all universal. 13 new 9.6s, 10 9.4s, 3 9.2s, 3 9.0s, 3 8.5, 2 8.0s, and 2 5.5s. As I said, these are all universal. There's been no new additional signature series. So I'm comparing between the two major grading companies, CGC and CBCS. So CBCS has direct edition broken down, newsstand edition broken down, and then one they don't classify at all, which I continue to call other. So that's when I say other, they don't classify it newsstand or direct. It's just that book. So the direct editions at CBCS, they have a total of 873 blue label and 478 yellow label, with 11 of those being restored. So that's it on that listing for CBCS. But for newsstand edition, they have 318 blue label, 145 yellow label, and 4 restored. And then in other, just not being classified, they have a total of 1,205 blue label, 130 yellow label, 9 restored, and 1 conserved. So now I will be keeping an eye on these books week by week. So June 29th will be the next time I will be looking at that book. So that's the breakdown for New Mutants 98. So next I have Amazing Spider-Man 300. So I apologize at this moment. I did not add up the difference between the last couple of times I've looked at this on CGC. First I saw it on May 28th, then June 6th, then June 22nd. But right now there are no 10.0s for Amazing Spider-Man 300, but there are 10 9.9s. 1,607, 1,607 9/8s, 4,306 9/6s, 4,916 9/4s, and so on. Now, they have a group of these that are qualified, and it looks, yeah, they haven't had any new qualified. Right now, they have 4 9/8s, 22 9/6s, 39 4s, 24 9/2s, and more down the list, but no new additional qualified. And let's see, Signature Series has added 1 9.2 between June 11th and June 22nd. So there we go. They have added 2 Signature Series 8.5s. So that's, I'll keep an eye. So no additional 10s, no additional 9.9s. They're still at 10, 9.9s. So let me see now. CBCS, as of yesterday, they have a total of 904 blue label in direct edition, 419 yellow label in direct, and of those, 23 are restored and 2 are conserved. So then in newsstand edition, there are 507 blue label, 182 yellow label, and of those there are 15 restored and 1 trimmed. And then out of other, we have 758 blue label, 74 yellow label, 15 restored, and 1 trimmed. In case you're interested, the trimmed is a 7.0. But so that's my quick look for Amazing Spider-Man 300. Next, I have X-Men 266. So, first look on that was June 6th and then June 22nd. They do have 15 9.9s on X-Men 266, but no increase from June 6th. 9.8s, there has been an increase of 13 Universal between those dates. 9.6 Universals. 9 whoa 12 9.4 universals and 9.2 universals. I didn't get the difference. I'll have to do that again before I come to you again. So in case you're interested, CGC currently has 21,713 universal, 86 qualified, and yellow label there are 3,463 and 56 restored. I haven't gone in and looked at all of that, but that's the current breakdown at CGC. So CBCS has a total of 744 blue label in the direct edition, 414 signed yellow labels direct, with a 9.4 restored yellow label and a 6.5 restored yellow label. They also, in newsstand, they have 221 blue label and 93 yellow label. And restored, they have one 9.6 and one 9.4. So in the other category, there are 653 blue label, 63 yellow label, and one 7.5 blue label restored. So that's X-Men 266. So no additional 9/8. Another one I'm going to start following is Amazing Spider-Man 252, tied for the first appearance of the black costume. A lot of people think, oh, wasn't that Marvel Superheroes number 8? Nope. That was the first continuity appearance, but a week prior, Amazing Spider-Man 252 and Marvel Team Up 141 both came out with the black costume. So Amazing Spider-Man 252 is considered the first appearance of the black costume, but not in continuity. So there are currently at CGC eight 9.9s for Amazing Spider-Man 252. There's 1,772 9.8 Universal, 357 Signature Series, and 6 restored, all in 9.8. 9.6, there are 4,297 Universal, one qualified, 400 Signature Series, and 8 restored. So that's just a quick breakdown there. I haven't gotten any data from prior to that, so when it comes in next week, I'll give you an update, see if there is anything new. But CBCS In direct edition, they have 295 blue label, 58 yellow label, and 3 restored. That is included in the 295 and the 58. It's not in addition to, it's included in. And for newsstand, there are 665 blue label and 158 yellow label, with 6 being restored or trimmed. There's one 7.5 that's trimmed, the rest are restored. Then in the other, there are 347 blue label, 14 yellow label, and one 9.2 blue label restored. So that's Amazing Spider-Man 252 that I'll be following. Next is Wolverine #1. A couple people have really been on Wolverine #1 because it had so many 10s and 9.9s pop out. First time I looked at this was May 28th, and then June 6th, and then June 22nd. And right now, there are still only 4 10.0 universal grades from CGC, 39 9.9s. There have been no increases in that book on the 4.0, on the 10.0 and 9.9s. There are a total of 4,221 9.8s, which the week before there were 4,136. That means 15 of these were cracked and resubmitted, but there hasn't been an increase. So maybe they haven't gone through yet. There are a total universal 5,482 9.4s, 9.6s, and there were 5,489. That does mean 7 of these were cracked and pressed. We'll see what happens. And there are 4,065 9.4s. There were 4,060, so there are 5 new 9.4s. 9.9 Signature Series, surprising, has two 9.9s in Signature Series from CGC of Wolverine 1. Very interesting. Okay, 9.8 Signature Series now has 1,188. The last time had 1,124. There's 64 new Signature Series 9.8 on the CBCS census. Okay, 9.4. There's been 5 new universals added and 41 Signature Series 9.4s. So I'm not going to go through a lot more, but there are 2 9.8 qualifieds, 3 9.6s, 9 9.4s, and 10 9.2s and 9.0s. And in restored, there are 7 9.8s, 10 9.6s, 14 9.4s, 9 9.2s, and 14 9.0 restored Wolverine #1. This is, of course, the limited series, the 4-issue limited series by Frank Miller, Joe Rubinstein, and others. So now for Wolverine #1. And then from CBCS for Wolverine #1 limited edition, for direct, there are a total of 686 blue label, 442 yellow label. So then for newsstand, there are 207 blue label, 178 yellow label, with 2 being restored, an 8.5 and a 6.5. But then in the other category, there are a total of 422 blue label and 71 yellow label. So that's the list for now. And I will be adding some more books. I'm trying to watch for 9/9s, 10s coming in, see if any coming in for CBCS or more for CGC. I still am not sure on this controversy of whether or not CGC is trying to bring in new business, because there were a lot of books cracked, for resubmission. So we will see. So that actually is today's video for now. And I will be back again soon. So everybody have a great day and bye-bye.